Welcome to Module 9 of the Python programming course, Python Draft Report and Practicals. In this module, we explore one of the Python most practically valuable capabilities for business and academic professionals, the automated generation of professional documents in Word, Excel, and PDF formats. What you will learn. This module covers 6 key areas. We begin with generating Word document using the Python.docs library, followed by creating formatted Excel workbook with open PyXL and producing PDF report using Report Lab. We then cover professional documentation standard, a capstone practical that builds an end-to-end automated reporting system, and finally code review, quality assurance practices. Introduction. The ability to generate professional document and report programmatically is one of the Python most practically valuable capabilities for business, academic, and government professionals. Rather than manually compiling data into a document, Excel spreadsheet, or PDF report, Python can automate the entire process, retrieving data, performing calculations, formatting results, and producing polished, branded document, all with a single script execution. This module explores 3 primary Python libraries for document generation: Python docs for Microsoft Word files, Open PyXL for Excel workbook, and Report Lab for PDF document. The module culminates in a comprehensive capstone practical that brings together skills from all previous modules into a complete end-to-end Python application. The key message of this module is that Python transforms reporting from a manual core into an automated, consistent, and scalable process. Generating Word document with Python docs. The Python docs library enables Python to create fully formatted Microsoft Word document programmatically. It is installed using pip and provide a document object as the starting point. In the first example, we create a new document, add a centered title using add underscore heading at level 0, insert metadata, paragraphs for the date and author, add a section heading at a level 1, and then add a body paragraph where a specific run of text is made bold. The document is then saved using docs.save function. So this example demonstrates that. The second example is for adding tables. Python docs also support adding tables to a Word document. The function below accepts a list of student name and score tuples and generate a complete student performance report with a formatted table. The table is created with one initial row for the headers, and data rows are added programmatically in loop. Each row includes the student name, score, computed grade, and PACE/PEL status. A summary line showing the class average is appended after the table. So this code explains the example for adding table to a Word document. Generating Excel report with Open PyXL. The Open PyXL library allows Python to create a fully formatted Excel workbook. We begin by creating a workbook object and accessing its active sheet. We then define styles, including bold white font, a blue pill color, and center alignment, and apply them to the header row. Data rows are written using ws.cell function to specify the row, column, and value. Finally, we auto-size each column based on the maximum content length. This example demonstrates creating a formatted Excel reports. In the second example, that is adding chart and Excel formulas. Open PyXL also support native Excel chart and formulas. In the example below, we write model scores, then insert an Excel average formula in cell B8 so that the workbook itself can recalculate the average, the overall average. We apply a color scale conditional formatting rule to the score column, shading low, values red, and high values green. Finally, we create a bar chart using the bar chart class, link it to the data range, and insert it into the worksheets. So that example, this code explain the process of adding chart and Excel formulas. Then generating PDF report with Report Lab. Report Lab is Python's most comprehensive library for creating PDF document. It uses a story-based approach. Content elements such as paragraphs, spaces, and tables are added to a list called story, which is then built into a PDF by the simple templates. The function below generates a complete student performance PDF. It begins with a title and date, then build a table from a student data including computed grades and pass/fail statuses. The table is styled with a dark blue header row containing white bold text, alternating row background colors, a grid border, and center alignment for numeric columns. A class average summary is added at the end before the document is built and saved. This example demonstrates that the second Professional documentation standard. Professional Python code requires a comprehensive documentation at multiple levels. A model level docstring appears at the top of every .py file and states the model's purpose, author, version, and creation date. Function docstring follow the Google style, which is widely used in professional Python development. They include an arg section listing each parameter with its type and description, a return section describing the return value and type, a raises section listing exception. The function may raise an example section showing a practical usage. This level of documentation makes the function self-explanatory to any reader without reading to examine the implementation. In the second example, type hints and readme. The type hints make function signatures self-documenting by explicitly stating the expected type of each parameter and the return type. In the example below, scores is typed as a list of plots, threshold as a plot with a default of 50.0, and a label as an optional string. The return type is dictionary. This allows code editors and tools to catch type errors before the program runs. A well-structured readme.md file is the first thing any user or collaborator sees. It should include a project description, installation instruction, listing all dependencies with version numbers, usage example, a feature list, and the author's name and affiliation. Then generating multiple report formats simultaneously. Generating multiple report formats simultaneously, a practical powerful pattern is to generate all three report formats, Word, Excel, and PDF, from the same data set using a single function cell. This ensures consistency across all output and eliminate the risks of discrepancy between documents. The generate_all_format function accepts a student list and a base file name. It produces a docs file with a formatted table, and .xl file with bold headers and data rows, and a PDF file with a style table and a navy header row, all from the same input data. Each format is saved independently and confirmed with print statements. Capstone Practical. Capstone Practical Automated Performance Analysis System. The Capstone Practical is a complete end-to-end automated student performance analysis system. The task is to build a pipeline that needs a CSV file, cleans, analysis the data, generate visualization chart, and produce a reward report, all from a single Python script. The pipeline is structured in 5 steps. Step 1 is load the CSV file using pandas, convert the score column to numeric, and remove null and duplicate record. Step 2 enriches the data set by applying a grade classification function to each score. Step 3 compute 5 key statistical: total student count, average score, highest score, lowest score, and pass rate. Step 4 generate a two-panel chart using Matplotlib library, a bar chart showing grade distribution and a histogram showing score distribution, and save it as a PNG file. Step 5 builds a Word document, inserting the summary statistic as formatted paragraphs, and embedded the chart image using doc.add_picture. The final report is saved with a single doc.save call function. Code review and quality assurance. Before delivering any Python project, it must pass a structured code review covering 4 key dimensions. The first is functionality. Does the program correctly solve the stated problem? Does it handle edge cases such as empty data or invalid input? Are all specified requirements met? The second is code quality. Does the code comply with F8 style guidelines? Are variable and function names meaningful and descriptive? Are function short and focus on a single responsibility? Is the dry principle applied consistently? The third is the documentation. Do all functions have docstring? Is there a model level docstring? Are inline comments meaningful? Explaining why, not just what. Has the README been updated to reflect the current state of the project? The fourth dimension is testing and security. Have unit tests been written? Do they all pass? Are there no hard-coded password or API keys in the source code? Is proper error handling in the place throughout the program? Project structure and requirement management. Professional Python projects follow a standard folder structure that separates concerns clearly. The root directory contains main.py as the entry point, requirement.txt listing all dependencies, readme and for documentation. A .env file or script that must never be committed to Git, and a git ignore.file. The SCR folder the SRC folder contains the source code divided into separate modules by responsibility. Data underscore loader.py for reading CSV and Excel file. Analyzer.py for statistic and grading logic, and separate report modules for each output format. The test folder contains unit test file. The data folder holds input, and the output folder holds generated report. Project structure. Project structure. Organizing a professional Python project. The requirement of text file lists all project dependencies with pin version. This ensures that anyone installing the project gets exactly the same library version, preventing compatibility issues. All dependencies can be installed at once using pip install -r requirement.txt. The git ignore file prevents generated output file, compile bytecode, and secret.env file from being committed to version control. Git commit should follow semantic commit message convention. Fit for new features, fix for bugs, fix docs for documentation only changes, refactor for code restructuring, and test for adding or updating tests. Do's and don'ts. Write docs for do always. This summarizes best practices and common pitfalls in Python report generation and project delivery. You should write doctrine for every function and model. Use type hint to make code self-documenting. Always call PLT tight_layout before saving chart to prevent overlapping elements. Close match polish library figures with PLT .close function after saving to free memory. Use table grid style for clean word tables. Pin library version in requirement.txt. Organize project into SRC, test, data, and output folders. Use semantic git commit message, and always test report generation with a small data set before running on full data. Avoid generating report from unclean data. Hard coding file path. Use OS path or path library instead. Forgetting to save chart before calling plt.show. Mixing inconsistent table border style in words. Creating report without titles, dates, and auto information before delivery, and placing all code in a single file rather than using a modular project. Choosing the right report formats. This slide provides a comparison of the 3 report formats to guide format section for different use case. Word document generated using Python docs are best suited for narrative report, letters, and memos. They are fully editable by recipients and can embed charts, images, saved from Matplotlib library. They do not support Excel-style formulas. Excel workbook generated using OpenPXL are ideal for data tables, analytical dashboard, and results that recipients may need to filter or sort. They support native Excel chart and formulas and are fully editable. PDF document generated using ReportLab are the correct choice for format, final, and print-ready. Documents such as certificate or official report PDFs are ready only by design, ensuring the formatting and content cannot be altered by the recipients. Charts are embedded as images in the same way as Word document. In summary, use Word for narrative and editable report, Excel for data-driven workbooks, and PDF for formal final delivery. Conclusion. This model has demonstrated Python powerful capabilities for automated documents and report generation. The Python docs library enables creation of fully formatted Word document with heading, tables, and images. The Open PYXL library generates formatted Excel workbook with chart, formulas, and conditional formatting report lab producing professional PDF documents with precise layout control. The Capsule Practical has brought together skills from all previous modules: data loading with pandas, visualization with Matplotlib library, and document generation with Python docs into a single end-to-end application. Professional documentation, standard project structure, and code review practices have reinforced that code quality and professionalism go hand in hand. Key takeaway: automated report generation transforms Python from a programming tool into a professional productivity engine for any organization.